What is up, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the F1 Noob journey. You joined us today for the Canadian Grand Prix Round 3, Season 3 of the Noob journey, where we hope to get some decent points after we did quite well at Spa last week, where we got second place with Unzi finishing first. Canada's been a bit of a meh track for me. Season 1, I made it like 500 meters before I got taken out, and then season 2 I got second or third. I can't remember. I think it was third. So yeah, I don't know how today's gonna go, but we're hoping for a decent amount of points as we're loading into the lobby right now. We're waiting for a thinking Gull, who was actually going to the loo at this moment, and when he came back the light sequence was on, so he gets disqualified early in the session. Unfortunate for him because he was new for this race. This was going to be his first race, but I'm sure we'll see him in the upcoming races. As we're in the car now, as you can see, the grid's already made because it's custom grid. That means no qualifying. They made a custom grid, so yeah, I think I'm like in the middle somewhere, P14-ish. So my setup, I put up a bit more downforce because it was going to rain during the race. I didn't really look at it, I just thought I just saw rain. I was like, yeah, it's going to be light rain. I forgot to notice the heavy rain in the middle. But we're going to start on the super softs, see how far we can take them, and also what time the rain comes in. Going to be an interesting one, strategy-wise. As we are loading into the session and waiting for the lights. Here we go, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. As we hit Factual Impala, who brakes for Butchers, Crackiers, and Carnage. Complete carnage going into turn 1, as we already are in P8, and I think there's 2 or 3 drivers, as I have an illegal overtake on Charlie. I think there's already 2 or 3 drivers who are either disqualified or a DNF already, as he squeezed past Factual Impala. Yeah, that's fine. Butchers just, nudges out of the way. That's completely fine. Butchers Crackers overtakes us to grab P7 after we had P7 from overtaking Factual Impala.
Bye, have a great time.
We got P7 back. And who is that behind us? I think that's VS Rewinds that we got behind us. And ahead of us we got Charlie 0412 in the Renault. He's Causa's teammate. Causa had a great start because I was on the right. Factual had to brake for Butchers. But on the left hand side everyone kept going and Causa was starting behind me. I don't know why. Oh, as Rewinds is going to make a move, and he's going to make the rookie mistake of completely missing the final chicane. Well done. So we're going to take that position back. But yeah, so Causa had a great start. I think he's in P4 or P5 at this point, as we just finished lap 1. Oh, there's Causa on the ultra softs, and that's Frobo. No, oh yeah, that was Frobo. So we're up into 5th place right now. Decent after starting, I think it was 13th or 14th, I can't remember. So P5 with Charlie ahead of us, VS Rewinds behind us, and then I think behind, I don't know who that is. I couldn't see who just spun out. Oh, it's in the Red Bull, so that was some nerd 42 who spun. So P4, and that's Unzi in 3rd. Whoa, that's a strange line through there. So that's Charlie in 3rd, Unzi 2nd, and I think in 1st is still Alex Degu, who started in 1st as well. As we give Charlie a little, but because of our little contact with Charlie, I didn't know he brake that early, so I wasn't really paying attention to the braking zone. So just a little touch. Front wing, there we go, is not orange yet, but that meant Causa got past us, so he's now in 4th, I'm in 5th. And let's see how the Renaults hold up. Hey, hashtag Renault Bottle, there we go. As we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix in lap 2, or on lap 2. We got some back markers already ahead of us. That's Alex Degu, who we just overtake, but that's a back marker of...
Nope.
gods among us who just, yeah, weave to the left. GG. But yeah, lap 3, it's been a really eventful first 3 laps. In P2 at the moment, because Alex Degu spun at turn 1. And, oh yeah, and Corza and Charlie had their simultaneous spin. The Renault just went nope. But I've got Corza right behind me as Lewis Johnson sets the fastest lap of the race. Unzi is ahead of us, so we hope it's not like Spa where he just, you know, walked away with a victory. As we go a bit deep into that corner, slight lock up on the front right, but we managed to keep in front of Corza. Telling you guys already, I had some great battles with Corza, like strategy wise, we were on a different strategy, but also like on track some really nice overtakes or cutbacks or defensive moves. So you got that to look forward to as we take the chicane slightly slower than Corza every lap. You'll see that. But with the Wall of Champions there, you don't want to take any risks, especially not in a 50% Grand Prix, as Corza misses the apex a bit. So are we in the clear? Yes, as we cut forward to lap 5. There's another back marker of rewinds who wanted to weave to the left as well. Corza caught right back up to us after having a little moment on lap 4 into turn 1. But yeah, here we go, the battles commence. You can see on the arrows that Corza is going to make a move up the inside. We try to cut back and we just pull it off. Yes, he's still right behind us, Corza LFC. At the end of lap 5 at the back straight, Corza's got a bit of slipstream, but also he had a better exit as we, that's a minor corner cut. We nearly make contact there. I'm going to move back to the right as soon as I can. Yes, that's now. Corza comes to the left. We had the same idea. He's going to take the inside. I attempt a cutback again, but he manages to stay in front of me. Only just as we're going to run side by side now as we come out of turn 2, I think that is, into turn 3. Stay as close to the curves as possible. Corza hits the grass just a little bit, yeah, and we just a little nudge again. And now we've got an orange front wing. Not going to change it. Not going to bother. This Corza go deep just slightly. I hit the apex a little bit better. See what kind of exit we're getting as I am running with a higher downforce setup. I don't know what Corza's running. Maybe a custom setup. I have no idea. But he's in second now. Myself in third. No, as he spins, and I'm lucky I don't make contact there. But Corza managed to stay in third, and I have caught up to Unzi, who made a few mistakes. But it also started raining, so that's the first patch of light rain that you could see when we were selecting our tire strategy. So DRS has just been disabled, so that means Unzi and myself are both gonna come into the pits right now. Slow it down in time, yes we do. We're gonna go for a set of intermediate tires, and then with the heavy rain patch, I have no idea. I have no idea what we're gonna do with heavy rain. Are we gonna stay out on the inters or go on the full wets? That's something we'll have to decide when the moment gets here. But now it's something quite interesting. I think maybe Unzi had a front wing change because he's still in the pits. I overtake him, and I think Corza did as well. Unzi's in second now. Yeah, Corza overtook him in the pits as well. So I think he had either or a 5-second stop go penalty or front wing change. I don't know. But we're now onto the intermediates, going from light rain to heavy rain or monsoon conditions. So it'll be interesting to see how our pace is going to be. Lap 15 at the moment, and Corza's pace in the on the intermediates was a lot better than mine. So we're going to be battling again, but the only difference is that now we're in P1 and P2. With Corza's teammate Charlie 0412 in third. So as it stands, it's a double podium for Renault, with myself on the top step of the podium, but there's still 20 laps to go, and Corza's really pushing me to my edge. Like, I daren't drive any faster to be afraid to make mistakes, but if I keep driving like this, he's gonna have me in like the next 2 laps. As Jeff comes over the radio for a strategy change to go onto the softs while it's a heavy rain patch. So it's like, no, let's stay onto the inters. As I get the prompt again for a strategy change, so I think my game just kind of glitched and put the soft tire there where it's supposed to be the full wet. because I know on this lap Cause is gonna come in for a set of full wet tires, but I didn't select the softs. Like, even though I thought it was a glitch, like he's probably gonna put on the full wets. What if he does put on the softs? Then that's my race ruined. So I decided to stay out on the intermediates because it was only one patch of heavy rain, then back to light rain, and I was hoping that maybe heavy rain wasn't gonna really kick in that much, so that I could stay out on inters or maybe make a pit stop for a fresh set of intermediates. But it's now lap 20 and it's been, you know, full on heavy rain for the last 5 laps, and Corsa really made the right call going onto those full wets, as he is all over me. So he had a pit stop, so that's 19 to 20 seconds he caught up in 5 laps. My pace was nowhere, I kept having wheel spin and everything. We take the final chicane just slightly better, and Corsa gets on the grass, and that means we're just gonna take that position back, but it's gonna get quite tasty in the upcoming laps. He's on the full wets, and I think he made the right call, but I am just hoping that the rain either stops or goes back to light rain, so that the conditions improve and I can either stay out on my inters or have a quick pit stop back on to the intermediates, because I really don't feel confident on the full wets. But at this point I'm really regretting not going onto them, but hey, we'll see. As Corsa caught up again even after the mistake, he's gonna make a move up the inside. Is he gonna make it stick? Yes, he gets a lot better traction as I get a slight snap of oversteer. And now Jeff comes over the radio that it is gonna dry up in the next 10 minutes, so I made the call. Normally I would have come in this lap to put on the set of full wets, but at this point I decided, you know, it's gonna dry up in 10 minutes. Maybe I can stretch the intermediates. I had no idea what to do at this point, so I just fuel mix to mode 3. Yeah, not gonna happen when it's full wet conditions. At this point I was really struggling for grip as well. As you can see, Corsa just bolted off into the distance. So I looked at my tires. As you can see, not really that much wear on them, so I decided to stay out onto the inters, because then it hit me like, if the conditions, as we run really wide, or just completely forget the chicane, as it is going to come back into intermediate conditions, Corsa is going to have to make a pit stop back onto the inters. As we overtake him here, or yes, as he made a little mistake onto those wets, and we only just managed to get P1 back. So he had like a 6 or 7 second lead, but he made a small mistake into turn 3 or turn 4, and we're side by side once again. As I don't know what happened up ahead, Alex Degu just got bullied and almost like flipped his car. So Corsa and myself just split him, as now we have Gods Among Us, the back marker, ahead of us. He's gonna move out of the way. Yeah, he just gotta completely forget there's a corner there. Well done. At least he got out of the way. But yeah, I stay out on the inters because I realize Corsa is gonna have to pit again, I think, because the conditions will improve back to intermediate conditions, and either he's gonna stay on to do those wets and like get lots of wear on him because it's not wet enough for him, or he's gonna have to pit for a set of intermediates. I don't know, but with 12 laps to go, it's surely gonna be interesting. Yes, it's lap 23 and Corsa has had enough. He's coming in for a set of intermediates, I would imagine. As I'm going to stay out, which is basically going to give me a 20-second lead. The only thing I have to do now is manage my tires, so I can keep him going either till the end of the Grand Prix or until it's dry enough to put on a set of ultra softs. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but for now it's really interesting. We move forward to lap 30 as suddenly a wild Alex Degu spawns ahead of me. You can see on the minimap he wasn't there, he just suddenly popped up. I could see a yellow flag, but I thought someone like, you know, retired and the car was already gone. But nope, this car just spawned. Well done, Codemasters, great game. As it's now lap 31, so we fast forward like 5 or 6 laps. And it's dry enough to put on the Ultra Softs. The RS has been enabled. We had a, I think, a small lead over Corsa and Unzi, who's now in third. But I could get away with a pit stop, as probably everyone else will go into the pits as well into the next couple, either this lap or next lap. But yeah, so it's lap 32 now, only 3 laps to go. As we cut forward to the penultimate lap, we caught up to the back of Jonesy, who's in 5th in the Williams. Great drive from him. And we're gonna start our final lap, and if it all goes to plan, as you can see on the top left corner, we got a 21-second lead over Corsa and Unzi in third. I think Corsa has a, yeah, that's 29, so Corsa has an 8-second lead over Unzi as well. So the season 1 and season 2 veterans, being myself and Corsa, might both be on the podium if nothing goes wrong, and that's something we haven't had like in 3 seasons. So we were both quite excited in the party chat, like, hey, because at this point we both realized if we didn't make any mistakes, that was going to happen. But yeah, final lap, as you can see, Jonesy can really keep up with me, but at this point I wasn't pushing anymore. I mean, nothing is saying like Jonesy doesn't have great pace. He did have a lot of good pace, but I'm just saying I'm not pushing because I don't want to make mistakes. And also this happened. Alex Degu spawns ahead of me again. This time he was on the minimap, but Jonesy went on left hand side, I went on the right hand side. But now you're going to see that Jonesy really has great pace. That's why he got P5. He only raced a few races with us, and I think if he's going to have a good strategy call or not as much carnage has happened as this Grand Prix, he might be up on the podium really soon. But we open the DRS for the last time, as we're going to take the chicane for the last time in 3rd instead of 4th, because we're going to start weaving to crush the finish line for the last time and win the Canadian Grand Prix in season 3 of the Noob Journey. Champagne on the podium with Corsa LFC, Unzi and myself, the Mercedes crew. I'm loving this season so far. So you got myself in P1, then you got Corsa LFC in 2nd, Unzi in 3rd, Frobo Jobo finished 4th, great result for him. Jonesy, great result for him as well in 5th. Then we got Kimi Raikkonen in 6th, no idea. You got Charlie 0412 in 7th, Max Verstappen in 8th, then some nerd, Factual Impala, OveratedLama, my teammate. I think at the end of the day, yeah, so those two, yeah, because OveratedLama told me he finished in P9, and then Alex Degu scores 8 points because he's gonna move up to P10. But yeah, guys, finally a win for me in the Noob Journey. It's been a really nice race, a lot of battling with Corsa, also 50% race around Canada. It had everything, dry conditions, wet conditions, monsoon conditions, but I'm really happy with the result and I can't wait for next week. This has been Average Ken, thanking you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Take care, bye bye.